Hello, hello. What's going on, folks? I think this should be working now. Hopefully. Oh, I've just been killed straight away. Okay, that wasn't actually supposed to happen, but ah well. I guess we'll roll with it. Right. We're gonna pause real quick. Kill this guy and then we'll pause. Get out of here. And now I've got used to playing some Darksiders and I've completely forgot how to block. There we go. Give me 2 seconds, I'll start out the game sound. Alright. Get him killed, there we go. Alright, let me start out the game sound as well while I'm here. I'm not sure how loud the game actually is. Might turn it up. I think I'll turn the game sound up a bit. How's that? That's hopefully better. Right, so I played about another 30 to 40 minutes after I finished it last night, which is why I'm much further on. But essentially what I kind of did, I just finished off the dungeon and then moved on from everything. So it wasn't particularly interesting anyway. But what we're going to be carrying on with today is, I think, a new dungeon. I've just unlocked this area. So, fingers crossed it's somewhere I actually want to be. But yeah, I mean, so far general impressions of this, of Hob, are that it is pretty enjoyable. It's got some performance issues, but that doesn't take away from the experience. The only real time the issues actually come in is during the more intense sections, when the we've died again, when the actual map opens up, which is very brief. It's kind of like cinematic periods, if that makes any sense. So you'll, let me gonna tweet about the stream. So you'll get these times where the map kind of pans up and shows you what's going on, and it really kind of tanks. But aside from that, it runs really well. I've heard that the resolution is rubbish in handheld, but I haven't actually tried that yet, to be honest, so, you know, I can't really complain. I can't complain about issue, like, I'm not going to complain about an issue I haven't experienced yet, because I think that's quite dishonest, so I'm just kind of I'm rolling with the experience I can account for, and that is generally, okay, they've just disappeared, and that is genuinely just a completely positive one. Okay, oh my word, and we're dead again. Good lord. Good lord, this is not going well. Sounds pretty good to me. The balance of sounds is pretty good. So, okay, so where are we actually going on the map? Right, if we zoom all the way out, I guess I'm just going to work in this area right now and kind of figure out where we're going. I think for the price, it is well worth checking this out. You know, I'd describe it as kind of like feels very Zelda-like, but not. It's got its own kind of twist on it, which is fantastic. It's not limited in any regard. It's got some really unique mechanics, and it explores some really unique stuff, which is superb. Yeah, I'm all for games kind of looking at, you know, kind of the Zelda aspects of, why am I getting, what's going on? I'm getting spammed with messages. Mike thinks he's really funny. for some reason the stream and the default title of streams when they start in a certain format is he. Not entirely sure why, but it is. So yeah, if I don't title stuff properly, or like I don't save in a certain way and whatnot, the streams come up as being called he, which is really weird, but such is life. Right. So yeah, it's quite an interesting blend of, you know, different ideas. Oh my word. Okay, well we've opened that up. So you've got these kind of dungeon areas which are, you know, puzzle based and whatnot, and then these more expansive areas which kind of place you into the combat role. And it's like a gate here that will unlock that at some point. But yeah, this is what I mean. Sometimes the frame rate kind of tanks it when you get in these areas. But yeah, like right now, it's like you're going to gradually work your way through this map and unlock these areas. So technically speaking, the entire map is open as soon as you actually start playing. You just have the job of, you know, literally opening it up, which is pretty awesome. So I think it is fairly linear, but it hides it in a really good way. And of course, there's nothing wrong with a linear experience, you know. As long as I feel, as long as you have that sense of adventure while you're playing it, there is absolutely nothing wrong with linear experiences. Yeah, I don't really like that as a stigma. I think we kind of got to this point in you know, I think at this point we kind of moved away from it again, but oh, okay. Oh, Jesus, you do a lot of damage. Need that health. Oh. I think if we can get this, the one I'm actually aiming at, killed. Now I want to be on this one. Oh, okay. Oh, and that can happen as well. Right. So yeah, I think there was definitely kind of a stigma over... Oh, my word. Some of these enemies are so tough. But yeah, there was definitely kind of this thing with like, oh, if a game's not open world, then it's... I mean, Ubisoft were very guilty of it. You know, kind of the first half of the decade in particular, there was a massive push for just open world experiences after open world experiences, which work when the game's designed for it. You know, so obviously like Zelda wouldn't have worked in the traditional formula as an open world game, but Breath of the Wild is nothing like other Zelda games, so it works because of that. You know, I'm all up for open world games, but you have to be smart with the concept. You can't just tag a game as you can't just tag an open world onto a game of a certain type and assume it's going to work, because it won't. Right, there we go, get this guy killed. This is my idea. I'm going to target one. Yeah, with the hope that the other one doesn't also come and attack me. Like, why are you both doing it? Right, I want the first one, which I was already trying to kill. Right, get the bug. Give me health. No. Oh, this is what I mean. Okay. So now we're literally screwed, because if we take one hit, we are dead. Right. Let him do his business. Okay, there we go. Then we move in. Get the kills. There we go. And see what I mean? The idea that the world, it's really interesting. The world just like kind of collapses and builds up around you. It kind of reminds me of the first time in Breath of the Wild when you activate one of the towers, and then obviously they all rise out of the ground and the Great Plateau and whatnot. Obviously on a much smaller scale, but it's still a really interesting concept, and it's very well done. Doesn't feel like a gimmick, which is awesome. And then, as I was saying, you know, you get into like these dungeon bits. So obviously at some point we're going to be able to break a ladder down there. I've seen some people having issues with kind of how it marks certain things. So in that case, on that far left side, that's going to be a ladder, but you can't necessarily tell that unless you play the game. Okay, this isn't good. Don't know where we are now. We're supposed to do that. So yeah, it can be a bit obtuse in its message, but It's not an issue. Right. Oh, we can swim apparently. I didn't know we could do that. Right, let's see what we can find swimming. Okay, so that's... I don't think we're supposed to be down there. Can't be wrong. Yeah, I don't think we are. Right. Let's go back up this ladder. Unfortunately, because I'm on a different monitor, I can't actually play with sound, which is a real pain in the ass. The only option I have is the delayed sound coming... Oh my god, I literally missed that. Right, so we're going to try and get on this ladder. The only option I've got is the delayed sound coming through the stream, which obviously is not going to do it. There we go, get on the ladder. Get up here, and what are we dealing with? Alright, let's hop over here. Watch out for the spiny plants. What's over here? Oh, hello, what is it? Oh, it's a heart. So the way you get hearts is from these little like plants, and they give you like half a block, and then you get 2 of those for a heart. It's basically like the Zelda hearts, but they're not Zelda hearts, they're blocks. Obviously, much different. Okay, hop over there, and then over there. There we go. So yeah, there's some platforming elements as well. It's a really interesting blend. You know, because I always found it really weird in Zelda how you never had access to like jumping until Breath of the Wild. Like, I don't know, it just always felt quite weird to me. Because you know, the worlds that Zelda places you in, being unable to, you know, kind of hop around them, and always felt limiting. Alright, let's push this down. That's the ladder. See, that was the ladder I was on about earlier. You don't know it's there until you actually get to the top and then realise. Right. Here we go. Let's see. Honestly, I'd say my biggest issue with Hob is probably the camera angles. Because sometimes they are bloody awful. Alright. No, see what I mean? So you kind of... Because it places you in kind of like... I call it like the Pokemon camera. So you've got a... Oh my word. Thank God for the grab. So, you know, the Pokemon camera is this idea that kind of you're in a 3D world, but you're placed solely above the player. Okay, we've got a new schematic, that's nice. So being placed solely... Prince of Persia awful. It depends which Prince of Persia you're on about. Oh, Jesus. Okay. That's fun. Which one are you on about? Because Sands of Time was like one of my favourite games when I was younger, so you better not say anything mean about that camera. Actually, I'll tell you what, let me get to the top of this and I'll show you how the camera works, because it's like workable, but it just really shows you in some really awkward angles. So like right now, if you move the camera down like that, it will spring back up. So it's like a fixed camera with very limited ways to actually move it. So you get like kind of this serviceable thing where it'll work, but if then you... Oh my god, okay. I don't see how that video is clickbait, but you know. If you'd like to explain. Okay, let's have a look. So, if we get over here, so then if you end up behind here, you literally can't see. So, you know, that's the issue with the camera. It locks off certain areas from you because you have to take ages to try and view them properly. Right. I mean, it works. It works well enough, but... Oh my god. It works well enough, but sometimes it can be a right pain in the ass. As much as I love Sands of Time, the camera and the combat, yeah, Sands of Time was so fun, but it had a really weird camera. It's such a shame that like a game can really be damaged by the camera, because it seems like such an insignificant thing, but then when it comes down to it, if you have a bad camera, it will just massively dampen the, you know, for me it really kind of damages how I get immersed in a world. Not heard of it. Any couch co-op? I am fairly. I'm fairly convinced it is just. What the hell? I think, as far as I'm aware, that it is solely. So I was just thinking it. It's only single player. It's essentially like a kind of a Zelda game. So I don't think the Switch will be able to handle this in co-op, to be honest. Like the frame, it kind of holds 30 fairly well, but it falls apart sometimes. I do wish more games kind of like took a multiplayer approach though, in the sense that this would be like really cool if I had like online multiplayer or like local. But yeah, no co-op. As far as I'm aware, it's just a single player adventure. I definitely recommend it though, to be honest. If you're a fan of the Zelda kind of, not necessarily Zelda itself, but if you're a fan of the ideas that Zelda employs and how it, you know, the idea of dungeons and stuff like that, basically. Basically, if you like pre-Breath of the Wild Zelda, I'd definitely say it's a unpolished version of that. But then it's hard to have the polish of a Nintendo game, so... Right, okay, so that's where we've got to go next. What have we got here? I want to try and get a sword upgrade, to be honest. Right. Oh, no. Oh, God, I'm going to have to sneeze. Hang on. I'm going to have to mute myself. Okay, apparently not. Never mind. Right. Let's go. Let's go and get some more stuff done. Pretty sure this will be what my stream is. Nothing. Amazing coach co-op. No, like, just... A game as an experience is transformed once you gain that ability to play with other people. Like, I 100% agree. As much as I love playing, you know, just heavily story-driven games and, you know, settling down and digging my teeth into a story, the best memories are just always going to be from multiplayer. I don't know why. I think throwing other people into the equation just completely messes with how games work, and it produces some very fun outcomes. Wargroove is fun. I haven't actually played... I've played... God. I used to play a really old Worms game back on like the PS2. I can't remember what it was called. I used to play that with a friend though, like all the time. But I never really understand what I was doing. It was just like you said, you know, it's you have fun experiences. Exactly, that's the thing. Being able to share your experience and, you know, kind of be able to recount those memories with other people. It's the entire reason, you know. For me, it's one of the biggest reasons that I like, the biggest enjoyment I get out of playing games is being able to talk about it. And then being able to directly share that experience, it's, you know, it's pretty amazing. Especially when you're playing a game with charm as well. Because there are so many games that... Oh, hello. I'm just trying to concentrate now so I can get this guy down. I've not faced this kind of enemy before. So that's what I really like about... especially kind of co-op games, rather than just, you know, as much as I love going up against people, being able to play like co-op games and, you know, like you said, having that experience of completing something with someone, it's pretty cool. Which is why I wish like more story games actually did that. You know, like A Way Out, I haven't played that, but the idea of it I find amazing. You know, because it's essentially taking this idea of, you know, story games should only be for... Have I just gone in a circle? I think I have. Yeah, it's taking this idea that story games should only be for one person, or trying to think where we can go from here. Even does now just over chat, is it? Yeah, exactly. Forming. Yeah, I know what you mean. You get to form human attachments through things, and it's pretty awesome. That's why. So one of the reasons why I love writing reviews, to be honest, and really getting my character into them, because I find that it's much easier to kind of get to grips. So say if you're watching me play a game, it's much easier to get to grips with like a person rather than a trailer. That's why, as much as I can understand, so if I'm looking for a game, as much as I'll look at what the game actually is, sometimes it's worth actually speaking to people and asking about it. Some of the best games that I've played have just come from, they've not necessarily reviewed incredibly well, but because of, the experience you get, because of someone offering it to you and whatnot, you end up having an incredibly fun time. And honestly, like I said, I'd really recommend this. I've only played about, I think at this point, probably around 4 hours, but it's fun enough that I can't imagine it getting any worse, really. Like, trying to think if that's how you describe it, but I hope you understand what I mean by that. In the sense that it is such a fun experience at this point that I would imagine the rest of it will be fun. So, like, I always make sure if I'm recommending stuff that it's, I try and make sure I put lots of caveats in. So with the whole Zelda thing, I don't. It probably won't be as enjoyable if you have loads of expectations about it in Zelda. But if you kind of are looking for a similar experience, it's a really good option whilst not just kind of being, because I've played other games that have evidently been inspired by Zelda on the Switch. Like Blossom Tales. Blossom Tales is a superb like game that's been inspired by Zelda, but that is very Zelda. This is you can. I'm gonna leave these guys actually. You can see the inspiration from Zelda, but it's very much its own thing, which is pretty cool. Right, lose the enemy. There's an even bigger one up here. It's throwing stuff at me. Right, where are you? And some of these enemies are such a pain. The combat's quite tactical as well, to be fair. Like, so with this guy right here, you really have to wait for him to make the move before you can attack. It's not just straight spamming. So tell me, what games have you been playing recently? Like, have you picked up any new stuff? Because I took quite a big break during, especially at the earlier part of this year, kind of February, March. I didn't really pick a lot of stuff up, and then recently I picked up Yoshi, Darksiders, and Hob. Yeah, that's good. Reminds me a lot of another game. Yeah, I think there's a lot of vibes. Now that you've said it, it kind of reminds me of something else. I'm not sure if it's to do with the art style or what in particular it's actually to do with, but no, it looks quite nice as well. They've done a really good job bringing it to the Switch, because when I saw it was coming to the Switch, I remembered seeing something about it a couple of years ago, because I'm quite a fan of like video essays and stuff like that, and I remember reading about it and watching a video about Hob a couple of years ago, and the experience of it. So when I saw it was coming out on Switch, I was like, I remember this game. I've seen something about it before, but the guy whose video I watched kind of really went in on it. I've not got anything in ages. I've been playing through Red Dead on Xbox One. Oh my god, don't get me started on Red Dead Online. It is an absolute... It's just disgusting. That game. Jesus Christ. The online is just completely screwed. I think it's a camera. Do you mean like kind of like top down GTA? I get what you're saying. Okay, is that it? Can we go back down now? I think we should have this area sorted. Yeah, man, Red Dead Online is an absolute just shit fest. I got like Red Dead and you know, played a bit of the story. But then I was like, oh well, I'm really interested in the online. So I went on with a couple of my friends, and one guy in particular, who'd already been playing it. I was like, oh, so what do you do? And he was like, oh, like hunting and stuff like that. I'm not a fan of most online games. There are a few exceptions, but I'm mostly in favour of single player offline. Well, that's alright. Yeah, to be honest, I recently I kind of stick to. I don't really play a lot of online by myself. You know, that's a great thing about, obviously. Oh, wait, hang on, I've already literally just did that. It's a great thing about the Switch, to be honest. It's made me play a lot more single player games. Yeah, but like with Red Dead Online, I was like, oh, so you just hunt then? And you know, I hunted and sold the skins, and then I was like, oh, okay, so what else do we do? And he was like, oh yeah, that's kind of all there is. You either do that or you go around shooting people. I think now than ever, like now more than ever, it's important to really hold on to single player experiences, because you know, obviously in the era of, I mean, I wouldn't say we're in necessarily the microtransaction era anymore. I think we've kind of, I still think it's prevalent, but oh god, we are not going down there. That's not where we want to be. You know, we're kind of getting out that era of microtransactions, but obviously when it's such an easy way to monetize a game, it's very hard to monetize multiplayer. Single player even. I only really do multiplayer with mates, with me IRL. Single playing games, yeah. I mean, yeah, single player, that's you can get some of those incredible experience from single player games. And I mean, obviously, yeah, as a website, our focus on, he died quick, focusing on like indie games, indie multiplayer games really is a very difficult market to try and get yourself into, especially online. Like I've seen a fair few decent online indies just collapse because there's no way, you know, it's very hard to kind of breach into that multiplayer market, especially with how saturated things are now. And you know, understandably, people have their preferences, and it's hard to break into that. You know, if another card game came out on the Switch, for example, the likelihood of that game being able to break into Mario's kind of position is just unlikely, because Mario Kart has such a monopoly. You have to really create something unique for me nowadays, unless it's a like existing IP to do well multiplayer wise. Oh, okay, I didn't mean to do that. Wait, am I in a cutscene now? Oh, hang on. Right. Let me just do this cutscene, and I'll check what you just said. Give me 2 seconds. Wait, hang on. Wait, what? Oh no. Oh my word! What the hell is going on? Right. It's actually just about to pause so I can actually read, because it's a big one, but... Okay, can you open the gate, please? I'm really confused what's going on in the story. I think it's like to do with a plague of some kind. Right, let me see. Thing is, the price of games hasn't really increased, but the production value has. That is true. See, that's why I... Like... Okay, let's make sure I've phrased this correctly, because I don't want this to come across in a certain... Oh, I've just done that again. I don't want this to come across in a certain way, but that is exactly the reason why I can understand why companies push microtransactions in a way. You know, and as a result of that, I will support ones that... I'm trying to think of the way to describe it. I will happily support microtransactions in a game that is A, complete, and B, it actually is logical, and it makes sense, and they're not, you know, if it's pay to win, it's absolute bullshit. But you know, this might get me crucified. I mean, not as much now, but you know, I really enjoy playing Fortnite. That game's free, so for me, I'm more than happy to, and the system, you know, the microtransaction system isn't predatory in nature anyway, so I'm more than happy to invest into that. But then you take something like Black Ops 4 and it's the complete opposite. So yeah, I think that's kind of, would I rather pay, you know, obviously, like, I'm English, but if we're gonna go American, would I rather pay $80 for games, but there's no microtransactions, or kind of have that option to support? You know, I definitely, let's be honest, there are some games now that every time you swear in a comment, I have to approve the comment before it'll come up. God damn it. Right, I'm trying to get this guy killed. Oh, I'm not even asked about you actually right now. It's very difficult to play a game and talk at the same time. Cosmetic only multiplayer. Yeah. If people want to waste money on skins in games, then that's fine, because, you know, you want to look cool. And no worries. You know, it's just how YouTube is now. I try not to. I try to make sure I avoid swearing in videos, just because obviously it's much harder to. You know, it's much harder to grow channels if you don't bloody review toys and not use any bad words ever. When they do DLC like Nintendo does. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Nintendo's done a pretty good job at really nailing DLC, and they don't. Oh, we've got a walker. Okay. I mean, I bought the Octo expansion. I bought Breath of the Wild pass. I would have happily bought Odyssey DLC, which for some reason they didn't do. Nintendo, why? I mean, I find that baffling. I don't understand why Nintendo didn't do DLC for. Hang on, what the hell? I've got to get you on your back. Alright. How? No. I'm not dealing with you right now. Not dealing with you right now. Yeah, I remember being very concerned of how Nintendo was going to enter the kind of modern ideas, you know, with stuff like DLC. Because Nintendo is a very unpredictable thing. But to be honest, they really did nail it. Which is, as a you know, someone who loves Nintendo, I'm glad to see that they managed to really kind of nail doing DLC right, and, you know, make sure that players feel, you know, that the money's worth spending. It's like with, oh, Jesus Christ, sorry about that. It's a horrible noise. I did not want that to happen. It's like with, I'm trying to think, so Mario Tennis Aces, for example. That could have been DLC. Hang on. What the hell? Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to think real quick, because I've actually got puzzles somewhere. Let me just get this puzzle done. Give me 2 seconds to get this puzzle finished. Right. No. Okay. Okay. I mean, obviously companies are out to make a profit, but for me, Nintendo really do, like, I think they genuinely do care about making good products as well. And, you know, that comes through how they use DLC. Because I know some people were quite disappointed that the Breath of the Wild DLC didn't... I mean, from what I saw anyway, yeah, I know some people were a bit disappointed with how the DLC for Breath of the Wild turned out, and, you know, it's understandable, but at least I don't feel like they've kind of, like, fucked me over. Which seems to be the case with, like, every other company. Like, they always seem to be... You know, when people have discussions about DLC, a lot of the time, it's never in a positive way. No, hang on. Am I supposed to drop this in here? No. Damn puzzles. Yeah, I'll always give Nintendo props for that. I mean, on the question of DLC, I can't help but think that Odyssey must be getting a sequel like next year, because how that game hasn't had DLC. Yeah, it's a live stream anyway, and we can't even monetize till 1,000 subscribers. So it doesn't matter. Don't report me to the YouTube police. You've got to do what you got to do. It's a service. You've got a service to perform to all, you know. You've got a service. You've got a duty to perform to other people. They actually made new Breath of the Wild and more DLC. Yeah, you actually wanted to pay more money for stuff. Yeah, I know what you mean. There's not many games. Yeah, and to me, the Breath of the Wild DLC did feel worth it. Like, you know, as someone who like played a lot of like Call of Duty back in the day, I still do not, to be fair, actually. Right. Just in the game for a second. If anyone spots where I'm supposed to put this, like, there should be like a little canister thing. Just tell me, and I'll go and find it. I'll go and do it. Yeah, I used to always buy like the map packs and stuff from Call of Duty. And Jesus Christ, the only reason I ever did that was for zombie mode, because good lord, were they not worth it. I know, there shouldn't be, I mean, if there's any kids in the UK watching this right now, then it is a Saturday night, but still, shouldn't be doing it. They should be in bed. I think it went back up by the pillar that you could turn. Okay, that's a good shot, actually. See, I keep forgetting that's one of the problems I have is some of the stuff's quite indistinguishable. It's quite hard to tell what goes where. We'll go up here. Yeah, there should be no kids watching this, and if they are, then we'll get them, ban them. Right, hang on, let me have a look at this. See, with this, there should be like an item coming out of the ground. Like, I mean, out of that, like the fist hole thing. There should be something coming out of it. I'm not sure if I missed some. Oh, okay. So it should go. Actually, it should go here. That's true. They should be used to it by now. No, I try not to. You know, I don't use language. Oh, okay. Okay, I've got it. Okay, so I need to open this up so I can get through. And then. So yeah, we're going to open this up so I can teleport across. And then get a battery out. Oh no, but wait. Hang on. Okay. Oh no, I think I got it. Right, this should hopefully work. I love solving a puzzle. Right, so we're going to poop a battery out. There we go. And then what we're going to do is turn this all the way back down. And then hopefully... that should do the trick. There we go. The one game I'm shocked that they didn't end up doing DLC for was Super Mario Party. I found that like so baffling. Right, we should be able to put this back up now. Because I didn't actually pick it up. Now you're playing with power. That is true. This game is actually all about power. There we go. Now look, now it will appear, and then we can slap it with our big glove. There we go. And now we're going to be able to get across. It's you know, like I said, the biggest issue I've had is just the frame drops occasionally, but it's not actually that many either. So right, let's deactivate this. So yeah, you can see like here, there's kind of like these gauntlets of puzzles where you have to like work through it. It's really, that's why when I was saying like it's kind of like Zelda in a way, but with you're not. Oh, why did I just do that? Oh no, where am I now? Wait, hang on, did I die? Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't get... I can't even remember how you actually get health. You seem to get it from just killing enemies, to be honest. It's definitely an interesting way to do health. You know, there's no reward for being a little bitch and hiding. Right. Should be able to drag this through now. honestly are. What is it? I think it's £18. I won't lie, I went on the Russian eShop and got it for 7. Don't tell Nintendo. They might ban me. Although they did put the price up on the South African eShop for Nintendo published games, because like quite a lot of people are using it as a loophole to make the games cheaper, because like the games are so expensive. Like digitally, like the Nintendo first party games are so much more expensive. No reward for being a bitch. What do you mean? Oh, they need to stop tapping the microphone. What do you mean for being a bitch? Oh, with the I get you now, with the attacking. Yeah. It's quite interesting, to be honest. There is a very much risk and reward kind of thing going on, because if you don't attack, you ain't getting anything. Do we just open this? I don't know now. Right, we're on 40 minutes, right? Yeah, but the thing is, I do not know how to defeat this guy, so I am being a little bitch with him. Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. And we'll get this door open. Yeah, exactly. I bought that. Oh my god, you do not understand how long it took me to... Okay, so... Oh yeah, I saw that they changed the price up on it, didn't they? I understand, like, the problem with other people doing it, because obviously they kind of design it at those prices for people in those regions, but, you know, people are going to exploit it. Obviously, because I'm from the UK, so I can't use, like, my card in the US eShop, so I had to make US purchases, I have to buy like US dollar cards. Obviously Mexico don't have cards, so I had to make a new PayPal account. I had to make a Mexican PayPal account, which took me bloody ages, so I had to find a Mexican address which I could use. Jesus Christ, okay, there's 2 of you now. Okay, there's more of you. There's a crap ton of things. Right, we're going to try and take you on one at a time. Are you going to drop down here? See, okay, I don't understand how I'm supposed to kill these guys. Unless I can use a glove on them. No, we're just going to go back through here for a little bit. Just for a little bit. I'm assuming I need to upgrade my sword, but I haven't done that. I've completely neglected the sword, so... We're just going to go back in here. I think there's still quite a few games that are cheaper on different eShops. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Switch is region free. I'm going to play around with prices. It makes... can enemies attack each other? They won't directly attack each other, but they can kill each other. So, like, with those club guys outside, earlier in the stream, a couple of them ended up killing each other because they went to swing for me, swung for each other. One of them was on low health, and so they kill each other. So they have that link between them, but it's not all at war. Maybe I'll be able to show it with these ones, because these are the ones I was dealing with earlier. But I'm actually just going to check where I am real quick. Okay, we're getting near the objective. Okay, so now we're on really low health, and we're going to die. Let's just make sure we're going to... See, I don't think... Oh, no, wait, stuff does spawn in here, then. Okay, calling me wrong. Right. See, right there, he hit him. Let's see if we can do it again. Okay. Now they're just going to play awkward with me. But yeah, all the different like things all the different enemies can interact and kill each other. Whereabouts in UK? I won't say specifically, you know, just for privacy, but like north, like Yorkshire. Love your update vids on the shop. Oh, I'm glad that you're finding them useful. If you want a really good app to use, as a website, we are in partnership with Switchlist. So if you literally type in Switchlist, that is it's a website and also a app, and that's amazing. It's a really good way for looking at the eShop. But you know, like, you know, as I say in the videos that I do, I'm trying to help in some way, shape or form kind of break down the eShop and help people with different types of games. Because, good lord, that thing is terrible. Even the filters are crap. Like, literally, the filters are bloody awful. So the least I can do is actually try and help find out specific things. There should be a new one coming tomorrow. I've had a few issues with recording. There's one. I'm doing one that should be going up tomorrow on co-op games, because I haven't seen too much on that. So there should be one on that tomorrow, all being well. Although, like I said, I've had some issues with the recording. So unless it messes around, though, it should be good to go. But yeah, there's a great exactly. Nintendo, you are getting. Nintendo have done an amazing job. Wait, hang on. Where did we come from? Did we come from in there? Yeah. Okay. Nintendo have done an amazing job of promoting indie games on the Switch. Like, there's no question of that. Hang on. I think we've just been here. So they've done an amazing job at promoting indies. You know, they're getting exclusives. They're working with these teams to bring timed exclusive games to the Switch, and all of this jazz. Yet, when your game arrives on the Switch, you know, as I said last night, Seth, to you, like when we were talking, it is so hard to, on the eShop especially, it's so hard to actually make a game appear, like literally appear. I love these set pieces. Like, guys, this is stunning. How the pieces just lock in, like couch coat with all the controllers. Yeah, I think. I'll tell you what. Actually, let me just check right now. I'm gonna pause real quick. Okay, there's 5 games. I was just checking my list. There's 5 games. I'm not gonna tell you the 5 though, because I'll make watching the video pointless. I've got 5 games on this first one. I'm aiming with these kind of series to go through them again and again and again. So, you know, there'll be couch co-op, you know, here's 5 more, and so on. This one, I am 100% sure that 4 of the 5 are couch co-op, and I am fairly sure the 5th one is as well. Although I will need to double check that. But yeah, like, you know, couch co-op, it's a dying thing, but there are some incredible indie games which... Where are we going? Okay, up there. There are some incredible indie games that are all around that, so yeah, stick around for that. And, you know, there's different types. That's another thing I tried to make sure to do. You know, even with obviously like the Metroidvanias, they're fundamentally, if you don't like Metroidvanias, you don't like Metroidvanias, but I try to make sure there's different types of videos and different types of games in there. 49 minutes. I think I'll probably do about another 10-15 minutes, although I'm quite enjoying myself. I'm worried about sleep. But yeah, I am gonna do, there'll be couch co-op, and then after, like, the next one after that, I don't really have planned right now in terms of genres. So obviously the aim is I want to just compile a load of like hundreds of different games. Yeah, honestly, couch co-op games, I don't play them enough just because of, you know, limitations in regard to actually finding people. But they are some fun experiences. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm aiming to kind of be able to... I mean, okay, so this right here, it doesn't matter if I can get up there or not, or if I should be allowed, but, you know, the camera angle just completely screws you over. I am trying to make, so especially with stuff like co-op games, because the ones I've got, there's already like so many more. So it makes sense to not limit that to just one particular... Is that going to explode? Yeah. So I think what we might be able to do... Right, hang on. I'll tell you what, let's try and get up here. I'm just running now. Have you done the worst Switch games with? I have. I've done a video before on a different channel, highlighting a particular game, which was absolutely terrible. I'd definitely consider it. Jesus Christ, where am I even going? I'm not even concentrating right now. I'm just running around trying to talk. I might. Yeah, I might look into that actually. It would probably. Yeah. You know what, one of the hardest things about writing reviews is having to talk about a bad game. Because it's quite difficult to... Actually, I think of the way to describe it. It's hard to go back to a developer and tell them that their game's not very good. But, you know... Not... The way I always say... Like, I always quantify it. I am standing and fighting. Jesus. Right, I'm going to take these guys down. I wanted to get rid of the guy with the bombs up top because he was screwing me over. The way I always quantify it is you can make a bad game, but still respect the person who made it. And that's kind of... Oh, Jesus Christ. That's what happens when we stand and fight. Right, I don't know what's just happened to the stream. Alright. Is stream okay? I don't know if anyone experienced like a weird... It kind of stopped for me then and then started again. That was really weird. Yeah, we're in the right area at least. We need to get up to this top bit. Yeah, so I always just make sure... You know, I've had conversations with developers before and, you know, you've just got to be honest. And I've just told them, like, send the review and I'm like, look, this is why I didn't like your game. But, you know, this is, you know, if you explain why, there's nothing you can do about it. You know, like, as a developer, like, I'm just going to be honest with you. You know, most of them take it well. I don't like it when you see people just, like, looking at games and just completely crapping on them, because that's someone's vision. Unless you can really, you know, and obviously there's games that people make that are quite clearly just crap. And, you know, you know, that often... Oh, look at that. Okay, that right there. See, the environment will kill enemies. So the environment will screw you over, but it'll also screw everyone else over. Yeah, so I've played games where... a really good example. Okay, I reviewed a Metroidvania earlier this year called Feudal Alloy. And the concept of it was really interesting. And you know... That was a hard review for me to write because I really understood the vision. And I struggled to actually put the game down. And I started writing my review and I was like, oh yeah, you know, this is an alright game. And then I went back to it and I was like, well, you know, you have to be honest with yourself and kind of understand that, you know, the best developers will look at what you said, and you know, it's at the end of the day, reviews are subjective. So if I think a system's flawed in a game, then I'm perfectly within my rights to think that, because no one can tell me that my opinion's wrong. But, you know, at the same time, that's like with, say, you know, when I'm making a list, I don't just go for like, these are the best games, because what I think's the best, other people might think's complete crap. So that's why I literally always like make sure that everything I say is just like, yeah, this is a recommendation. If you buy this game and it's rubbish, it's not my fault. Yeah, you gotta make sure you're not getting blamed. It's like, oh, you told me this game was really good. And it's like, no, I told you that I really liked it. I didn't say the game was good. Because obviously, like with how we review games, we don't review based on scores. We review based on how much whoever wrote it enjoyed it. So you actually can't argue with what we're saying. It's a brilliant system. So like based on my time with Hob so far, I'd probably say I've loved my experiences. That doesn't mean the game's like amazing or perfect or whatnot, but it's just how I feel. Here we go, we're gonna go down an elevator. As a program, let me say, it sucks when someone tells you your program is terrible, but at the same time, it can be super helpful to learn where it needs improvement. Exactly. Criticism, you know, I've got like messages from people when I like making videos where people have, you know, there's a difference between people just shitting on what you're doing and people who genuinely write in a way which helps you. So, you know, I'd imagine from looking at what you do, there will be a divide between, you know, if someone's going to provide feedback, it's up to you to take that feedback. Hang on, what? Hang on, what the hell am I doing? Right, am I missing something? Okay, when I... Okay. I don't understand where this cube's going, to be honest with you. Hang on, okay, so if I press this again, so the cube comes out. It comes all the way across. And then it keeps on moving. Hang on, do I need to like get down to there before it... Stop. No? Right, I need some help here. Opinions are subjective. Yeah, I will never say that what I'm saying is right, but I will always defend what I'm saying as my opinions, because you can't, you know, you literally cannot argue with what someone's opinion is, in the sense that that's someone's opinion. So, oh, there we go, boom. I always guarantee you that most programmers... Yeah, that is true. I think that's why people, you'll get, if you criticize some people, they will take it quite harshly, because, you know, sometimes people are that harsh themselves that it's quite difficult for someone else to kind of say it. But if you're doing it in a nice and constructive way, it becomes much easier to deal with, because you can often see that the person who's saying it means good. You shouldn't tell someone what they've done is terrible, but offer feedback. Yeah. I mean, if something's genuinely, you know, I'd say that, you know, stuff like, so, you know, like some, like YouTube is, one of the things I really struggle with on YouTube is being able to, you know, sometimes people have said stuff about like a video that I've made, and it's hard not to take it really personally. But once you kind of understand that, you know, unless people are just bad people, they're not coming at you just to shit on what you're doing. It becomes a lot, okay, I love these set pieces. They look so good. If you can, you know, what I always like to do, so when I finish a video, I kind of make sure to keep that separate from myself, so that if someone gives me feedback on the video, I can make, like, obviously they don't know who I am, so they're not going to care about insulting me. So as soon as I understand that, I'm fine. You know, like I've had that with developers before, who fail to, you know, they get too personal about a game, and obviously, you know, that's hard not to, because it's something that someone's worked on. But you can't take criticism too personally, because honestly, you know, I review games. I don't necessarily always care. All right, like I literally can't hear the sounds. It's really annoying because the game sounds really nice, but I on the I've not got access to my proper monitor right now, so I'm having to use a TV. I think this stream's better on Twitch. It looks a bit better on YouTube. It should. And if you double check real quick, it's running at 1080, but my default was on 720. If you double check, I'm not sure if the quality's on 1080. It should be. I've used the same settings as last night, so but if that's the case, then you know I am gonna try and. The reason behind doing the Twitch last night was I wanted to test for, because we're trying to get more of like the team streaming. So, but yeah, if it looks better on Twitch, then we're doing a lot more stuff on Twitch. But sometimes YouTube doesn't put the right quality on for some reason. It's really frustrating, especially when like I've literally like done a load of stuff to make sure I can stream in 1080 rather than 720. But YouTube's just like, nah, screw you. Right, getting an upgrade to the... Getting an upgrade to our glove. We're going to get a new ability now. So yeah, it works very much in Zelda here. Can you get Twitch on mobile? Yeah, I think there is a Twitch app. Yeah, that is odd. I don't know. YouTube works in mysterious. Oh, I've got a grapple now. Okay, that's amazing. Yeah, you can get Twitch on mobile, Billy. To be honest, I've literally only just started using Twitch. Like Seth will tell you, the first time. Oh, Jesus Christ! What the hell? Okay. Yeah, Seth will tell you. I literally created the site Twitch last night, so you haven't missed anything. I literally just streamed this for about an hour last night, and that was the only stream we've got on there at the moment. But going forward, I probably will be moving over to Twitch just for streaming, because also with how the YouTube algorithms work, you're kind of screwed as a channel if you do. If you stream, it screws you over with rankings and stuff. So, but yeah, don't worry. So the aim of like what I'm essentially trying to do is you got one of your first followers then too. I did get one of my first. It was you. I'm proud. Is Twitch live only? I think there is a way. There is a way to archive. You can archive streams. Unfortunately, I wasn't sure how to do that. But I'm going to look into that so that there's always a catalogue of stuff. Because what I want to do is kind of use YouTube as the place for, like, you know, the highlight videos and kind of the lists and all those kind of things and reviews. And then Twitch is going to be stuff like this, which is just kind of like, you know, sitting back playing games, talking about stuff and whatnot. And then obviously the site is the site. So yeah, I mean, it's so easy to get set up, and if you have Amazon Prime, you get free Twitch Prime anyway, so, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, I used to use the app all the time on my iPad. It is really, really good, because you can like have the videos open and be commenting at the same time. It's really, really useful. So yeah, but don't worry, that it's not like there's not going to be stuff on YouTube. There is. Don't worry yourself. Right, where we even go right now? I love streaming. Streaming's so fun. Because it's just really nice to be able to just kind of play stuff and talk to people without having to, you know... Oh no, we're on low battery. Oh, that's not good. Right, not in a lazy way. Okay, let me try and describe it. It's nice to be able to like kind of be able to do content without having to, you know, put hours and hours of like work into it and kind of all this stuff. And still be able to, you know, do stuff. So I'd love a kind of voice talk show. Oh, that's a right nice little shot. Okay, you say that, Seth? We have... Hang on. Oh, this is... Oh, is it just... You say that, and that's really ironic, because we... I'm not going to say too much right now, just because it's very early planning. But we have got plans to... we've got plans to do something. That's all you're gonna get. Gonna have to wait. And it is gonna involve a lot of different things, including Patreon. So I'd say stay tuned for that. And the Discord as well, obviously. I appreciate that. Yeah, see, this is the issue I have with YouTube. Is that I don't want, you know, when I go on YouTube, I'm aiming to kind of watch relatively short videos, and that's why. See, who the hell are you? This is a very tense moment, but I can't hear any of it. I can't hear any of it right now. Yeah, so that's why I think Let's Plays don't do as well as other types of videos, because it's a lot harder to, you know, so say if I was just I know he's nailed it, he's found the rumours. Say if I was playing this as a series of videos, you know, there's... Okay, Siri's just decided to start talking. You know, if I was doing this as a series of videos, there's no way for me to actually interact with people unless it's in the comments. And for something like this... Hang on, what did I just do? Okay, I guess we're going to have to put the battery in. You know, for something like this, it's much better when you can talk to people. Obviously, like, you know, with the lists and stuff like that, you don't necessarily need to have that live feedback. Whereas if I'm playing a game, it's nice to be able to have impact. That part, this game has some good videos. I'll take advantage of your algorithm. Yeah. The YouTube algorithm is a weird thing. Am I stuck down here? I don't know how to get out. I'm not even gonna lie. The reason why I've shifted over into doing this type of content that I'm pushing now with these kind of like, you know, lists and stuff like that, is because for me it's the most enjoyable way to produce useful content, which is also going to help the channel grow. You know, like, and I don't think admitting that is like cynical, because it's true. Because especially because it relies very heavily on like the average watch time, like you say, and say there's a, you know, a 5-minute video, you're gaining more from having a watch time of 70-80% on that than you are from having one that's 50% on a 20-minute video. So I mean, a lot of it's just luck. Like I put a video of Hob on of some early, like when it first came out, I literally downloaded it because I was so excited to play it. I downloaded it. I was like, oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. You know, because I know people have been asking and looking into it. I'll get some gameplay out of it early, and that video is just like literally so little effort, and it's so frustrating. Like that's a video with like so little effort put in. It's literally just, oh, for God's sake, this is what happens. Ow, ow! I didn't mean to do that. I've hate Let's Plays as I've never found a decent Let's Play. Yeah, I think that's a thing with Let's Plays. I don't really... Oh, we died so far away. Jesus Christ. Alright, we're going to have to go all the way back. It is hard to watch with certain games, especially, because, you know, gaming is a very personal experience, and it's not always easy to watch someone else play something. So... And it's not a great way to discuss. And for me, one of the best things about YouTube and Twitch and all these different platforms is being able to discuss stuff with people. And you can't really get a lot of that if you're just like, oh, hey, it's you know, Predictable Gamer 28. I'm back at it again with another video playing this random game again. For some reason, they get mad access. I mean, honestly, one of my favorite things about like reviewing games now is, you know, it's like weird kind of being behind the curtain and seeing early access to games and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. You know, it's like you're It's like you're walking around with a secret. If I'm watching a Let's Play, it's going to be for a game I never play. That makes a lot of sense, to be honest. I don't think what game. There's a really good example of that. That with me, I totally agree with you. Until Dawn, I can't remember who for the life of me I watched play it. But that was a game that I was like, I don't want to play this, but I'm interested in seeing what it's actually like. So I was like, yeah, we're going to watch someone play it. You know, and I used to love playing Minecraft, so I watched Minecraft Let's Plays. But, like, I don't really understand why you'd watch someone play a game that you're also going to play. So then, if the people who are interested in it aren't going to watch it, who is going to watch it? It's quite an interesting question. Because, you know, if I was playing Hob, but someone else was also interested in Hob, why would they watch me play through the game they're going to play anyway? Like, it's a real question. Like, you are so right with that, because why would you watch someone play a game that you're going to play anyway? It makes no sense. Like, maybe in the future, once you've already finished it, if it's something that has like loads of different outcomes or it's really heavily discussed, then yeah, but I always find it really bizarre. Like, just a particular example, I always find it really bizarre people who did Let's Plays of Call of Duty campaigns, because for me, a COD campaign is kind of like, I don't know, I'd play them, but it was never like, oh, what I really want to watch is someone play through the Black Ops 2 campaign. It's like, they're not that interesting. Hang on, let me read these. That's what I tried, but again, Markiplier I can't stand. I just can't go on that type of vid. Jacksepticeye. I like Jacksepticeye and Markiplier purely because, you know, supporting my boy Pewds. But people playing Amnesia. Honestly, people playing horror games is probably the only ones that really make sense, just because it's all about the reaction. Like, I am 100% down for people playing stuff like that, as long as the reactions are actually real, though. Like, Billy, you've nailed it on the head. There is kind of... There's definitely this idea that to play, like, a game on YouTube, you can't play it honestly. I don't know. There's always... I think that's just YouTube, though, as well, I guess. You know, a lot of people... I mean, I can't talk from experience, because, like, obviously I've never been in that position, but you definitely get the impression that a lot of content creators, they have that kind of, like, online persona, and then they have the actual person who they are. So you're not really watching a normal person play a game, you're watching a character play a game. Because normal people do not react how people react. You know, it's like, I don't know, if something surprising happens in a game, it surprises me, but I'm not like jumping out of my chair. Or like smacking the wall and stuff like that. But then people don't do that, it's boring, like, I don't know. Because I wondered that, like, I'm doing some stuff with My Time at Porsche at the moment. But that's just because I can. Like, that's because, you know, I've got early access to the game, but I can only do video content on the actual, like, game itself. So I was like, well, I might as well nail some of that out. But I was wondering, like, why would people want to watch me play a game? Because obviously, like, right now we're talking about stuff completely separate. Like, Hob's a fun game to watch. You know, we're talking a little bit about the game, but you're not just sat watching me play this and not having any other questions. You know, we're talking about other stuff. 100% it's all Logan Paul. Jesus Christ. I'd rather you not mention that name. God, swear all you want, but don't give me that shithead. If it's a horror game, I may jump back in Yelp. Yeah. Nothing too extreme, though. Like, I get that people react, but some of the reactions I see, it's like, yeah, that's definitely fake. Oh my god, I'm running. Just leave me alone, please. Please, I have a family. Get that open. Right, where the hell even am I? Oh my god, I'm going in the complete wrong direction right now. Please. Oh, hang on, can we get down here? Okay. I don't think we were supposed to get down here. But I'm not gonna lie, I really struggle with horror games because I am a little bitch. Like, I'm gonna straight up admit that. Like with horror films, I don't really like watching horror films because I don't see the appeal. I like my games to be nice and happy. No horror for me. Wait, have I just gone in a complete circle? Yep, okay. God damn it, everyone distracting me. I honestly think live streams might be one of the best things to do for my backlog. It's getting me through games that I would never complete otherwise. No, I do not like horror films. I don't even like horror games. I don't know. I find reactions funny, but I'll tell you what I tell you what I've tried. All right, I tried Hello Neighbor out, and I was like, nah. Like, I get that to most people that's not scary, but it just kind of like stuff like that kind of like freaks me out a bit. But I was just like, I don't really understand why. Like, it's just like a bit of a jump, and then that's it. I'm kind of getting Bendy. Bendy looks really interesting. I'm interested in that just because how it actually looks, like the you know, the art style and stuff. Because I don't know what exactly I've been seeing with that, but they like bringing out a sequel. Because there's been, I think we have to go all the way around because I didn't bring the ladder down. Yeah, what they do with that? Because I've seen like loads of marketing for that recently, especially on Twitter. Because I know it came out on Switch and everyone said it was expensive. You know, as if Switch games are more expensive than on other platforms. Who would have thought it could be? And the story interests me. That's what. What's the other one? Oh, I can't remember the name of the game. Okay, let me describe it. There's like a girl in a yellow jacket, but I can't remember what the name of the game is. I don't know if that's helpful. It's like, it seems to be the kind of, like a kind of platformer. A platformer with a with a girl in a yellow jacket. I know that's really descriptive. It's $30. Little Nightmares, that's the one. That looks pretty interesting to me, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of the you know, the games where it's like just holding left on a control stick. It seems to be what some of these kind of games end up being. Right, I guess we're gonna have to go up here again. Oh no, we've completely fucked this right now. Right, get me up there. There we go. Oh no. Bendy is $30. Yeah, it does seem a little bit expensive. See, oh my god, I'm completely screwing this up. You can tell I'm tired. He's on it. He's on it tonight. He's always been on it though. This man has been with this website for literally our entire run. He's been here longer than me, probably, I'd imagine. Which is incredible. We love him. He supports us. He's great. Yeah, like, there's some Switch parts I'm happy to pay the extra price for, like Darksiders. I was really interested in just seeing that on the Switch itself. See, the thing with the Switch is it's kind of made me bankrupt. No, it's really expanded the type of games I'm willing to try, or willing to add to my backlog. You know, if you haven't got a Switch backlog, I think honestly one of the biggest issues I have is I've been buying quite a lot of physical games. Yeah, man, that's longer than me. Trust me. I came in maybe April. Yeah, around April. Christ. I think we might be approaching the 1 year anniversary of my first review. Oh man. Yeah, man, Mikey and Rob, they worked hard. Worked really hard, and Mikey's still looking after us all. I'm just like the little Padawan. Learning. Yeah, I mean, the whole point of this website was not only to be able to highlight these games, but just have awesome people to talk about them with, and you know, we're slowly building up a nice little community of people who like horror films. I just got a new phone. I have to make a new username. Oh man, honestly, you know what the worst thing with passwords is? It's where you get ones where, see, you know, you'll have passwords, and I know you're not supposed to, but you'll have like passwords for everything, and then it's like, oh no, you have to make a password. No, we're not fighting you. Go away, leave me alone. I'm not ready to fight you. I think I need to upgrade my sword, but I literally just can't find a piece for it. What's up here? Oh, no. Oh, hang on, what? Look at this, we can like break his legs. Jesus Christ. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Don't put me all the way back there. Don't put me all the way back there. Jesus Christ. Hang on. I'm hoping to God. Oh, no. Hang on. Oh, where does it put me back to? Oh, for God's sake. Alright, I'll tell you what. I've got two options. Do you want me to carry on playing this, or shall I play something else for a bit? Because I might as well just... I don't mind. We've got a few options. Because I don't want to keep going back to the same thing. Luckily... Man, you gotta make sure you're not dropping any phones in the pond. It's not a good idea. But, I mean, loving Reddit, that's a good lifestyle choice right there. I disabled screen time on my phone because I didn't want to see how long I spent on Reddit. So, you know. Other options. We could... Darksiders. I'm just going to go through stuff I'm looking at right now, really. Owlboy. I haven't started Owlboy. Rico. Aero. A couple of these are pretty cool. I mean, this is what I've got on the Switch. So, that's some of the options. I get so many games and now I forget to play them. Like, honestly, it's a big problem. I might try and get back to the point I was at before here and then see what we're doing. I spend so long on Reddit. So that's the thing with Reddit though. Reddit's amazing because it's just people like having discussions. Pretty good. Apart from the Switch subreddit, the main Switch subreddit is honestly like, absolutely awful at this point. I was ranting about it earlier. Except for now, I was absolutely ranting. Hey Bill, I don't know if you have Discord, but if you have Discord, you make sure if you join our Discord, then that's a good idea. You'll be able to chat with everyone. Like we have we try and make sure there's always like a little bit of a discussion going on about various things. I know we've got a couple of Fire Emblem Hero fans who were always talking about that game, and it looks too complicated for me. See, mine would oh my Jesus Christ. Oh my God, that is so funny. How did you throw it in the pond? Your library is smaller than mine. Alright. I'm not gonna brag, but if there was folders, I would not... I've deleted a lot of games. It's just, without folders, I don't like having too many. I don't know why, I just really don't. Shout out to Takatsu. Yeah, we've got to shout out those two. They are literally like, you three are our Triforce. You know, you're always there. We have to protect you, you know, we have to look after you. Yeah, man, I'd recommend Discord. The great thing with Discord is, for me, Discord's a lot like Reddit, because you can there's literally a community. Say, you know, if you're looking at a particular game or even a particular topic, like there is going to be a community for it, and you just have to find it. You know, so like obviously we have one, but I'm in a lot of ones for specific games, for other websites. You know, the Discord's pretty amazing. I consider like Discord and Reddit are like kind of my social medias. Fire Emblem Hero Break. Yeah, exactly. I downloaded that game and I never played it. I mean, to be honest, never played Fire Emblem, so God knows why I decided to download it. But oh, this dude with the axes. I don't like this guy. Right. Get killed. There we go. See, I'm not sure if I'm going to be picking up... what's the new one called? Three Houses. I'm not sure I'm going to get that. Like, I'm a bit... I don't know. I don't know what it is. I like strategy games, but it looks a bit... looks a little bit weird. I don't know what it is. But, yeah. Let's explain this Discord react. So basically Discord, what you do... Hang on, where the hell am I? I don't really want to be going up, down even, but I guess we're just going to go for it. So basically, if you go to... I'm trying to think of the best way. If, hang on. Tell you what I'll do. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, no. Right. I'm going to drop a link into... You might be able to hear the keyboard. It's really loud. Right, where's the Discord? Right, I'm going to share a link. If you click on that link that I've just put in, that's an invite to our server. And then basically what that will do is it will put you automatically onto our server site. So if you accept the invite, enter, and then you'll go into like the main chat. And then from there you'll be able to see all the different servers and stuff like that. So that'll like you'll have to like just make the account, but then hang on, what's up here then? Well, that will directly link you to our server in particular, so you'll already be... Because how Discord works for everything is... Oh my god, don't let that be a death. Okay, that's fine. How it all works based on invites. So you can find invites to servers and then join them, and then, yeah. Yeah, I thought it would make sense. I was going to say go to the website, but I was just like, I might as well just get the website up and... No, I'm having a moment right now, giant thug dude. Are you serious? Alright, I'm sorry, but that is bollocks. What the fuck am I supposed to do there? That's like, oh yeah, you're screwed anyway. Yeah, if you join that, then I haven't actually got Discord open. Should I open Discord? Yeah, oh, there we go. Ah, there he is. I'm wanting it the more I watch. Well, you know, that's the effect I have. Hang on a second, I'm just going to plug my laptop in because I'm getting a bit low. Alright, but that death was absolutely bullshit. I'm sorry, but that was... Wait, what the fuck? Wait, is that... No, I'm confused now. I was a bit like, okay, so I'm having this really nice moment with a butterfly and bang, straight in the face. What the hell? Oh, crap. No, no, I literally can't die because if I do, I'm spawning miles away. No, go away. I need health, I'm glad that you told me. I don't know why I just completely neglected the fact that there was going to be items in the grass, but I did. Forgive me. Get ourselves back to full health. What time is it now? Jesus, 2:15. Okay, this is it. I'm gonna have to make my own epic music because... There we go. Oh, baby. He has a Discordian account. It's what you get when you combine Discord and the accordion instrument. So yeah, if you have the Discord, let me pause for a second. If you have the Discord, if you join with that invite, oh yeah, Seth will take you. He's a man. He's amazing. He's like an honorary member of the team basically at this point. Okay, what is this? No. Oh my god, look at that. I have to approve your link. Oh yes, I will let this man link that. So yeah, click that link and it will literally be like, do you want to join this? Yeah, you do. And then join, and then that would be sweet and dandy. No. Just go away for 2 damn seconds. Right, there we go. Smash. Hang on. Let me have a look. Let me pause. Oh, there he is. He's here. Hi, Billy. Spend doggy dog. Spend doggy dog. Jesus, that is a reference. Right. Okay, so what even is... Oh, yes. I've just found the third part. I should be able to make a new sword now. No? Okay, maybe not. Thought I would be able to. Hey, no worries. Glad to have you on board. So yeah, whenever... I always... I need to be more organised, I'm not even going to lie. But I always make sure to try and get... When I'm streaming, I'll always make sure to drop the link that YouTube delay was. How long is the delay? Because it should be... It's the minimum it can be. Is it like kind of 10 seconds? I'm not sure how long it normally is. But yeah, I'll always... when you type... It's popped up in Discord for you, I said it. Oh, that's so weird. I'm in the future. Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I try to make it the minimum. Just so that, obviously, what you're saying is relevant somewhat to what I'm doing. Right, whereabouts are we? We're going to go to this next objective, and I think I am going to finish off just for the day, because I'm quite tired. But I'm going to... I really want to make streaming kind of like a daily thing, to be honest. Probably on Twitch, though, you know. Apparently, it was higher quality on the Twitch. Is Persona 5 come to Switch? It's not, but what I can confirm, alright, and I don't really want to say this, is that when Nintendo confirmed Animal Crossing, they actually meant Assassin's Creed. There's an exclusive Assassin's Creed Animal Crossing crossover that's coming exclusively to the Switch this year. Feels like when I send a message, hey, you don't really... Yeah, I think there is like the delay, but it should be the minimum. Let's have a look. Right, hang on. Okay. There is one more option. So what I'll do next time is, I mean, I'll probably be on Twitch anyway next time, but I'll try and adult animals. Sorry, I'll try and make sure the latency's low. Yeah, exactly. So Isabelle is on top of the she's on top of the Mega's bloody building, and she just jumps down and like kicks the there's one villager in particular which I absolutely hate. Hang on. Alright, this game looks familiar. No. There's a particular... Alright. I love these set pieces. So gorgeous. Alright, I tell you, I'm going to finish off here. Just because I think getting to a new area is a great place to finish. But this area looks pretty wild. Right, we're going to pause. There we go. Oh, we'll save actually first. I want to save. Alright. Let's just trigger something so it saves. There we go. Oh, okay, what on earth? Right, now I need to find somewhere to save, then I'm going to say something else, and then... Okay, there we go. Yeah, that will save. Finish saving, and we will exit to the main menu. Right, there's a particular villager. Let me bring the laptop closer so you can hear me still. There's a particular villager in Animal Crossing who I absolutely hate. I spent months getting her out of my... Oh, I can see her. I can see the image. Where is she? Cursed. This is the one. This... Oh no, wait, is it that one? Or it might be a different one, actually. Oh no, it is this one. Right. She's a piece of shit. Okay? I absolutely hate this character. Right. Rachel. Jesus Christ, I'm going to approve that, but that is a not family friendly thing. Right, this character right here, I absolutely hate her. I spent weeks, and I'm not even kidding here. Okay, this was a committed campaign. I was getting funding. Yeah, we've literally played 4 hours. That is amazing. I was literally like getting this funded. I was going around. I was campaigning to get bloody Rachel out of my village. You know, I was smacking her with... Yeah, you don't want to know. She was getting just smacked every single day with nets. I mean, was it nice? No, it wasn't. Was it bullying? Highly likely. Right, I'll tell you what, actually. Let me show you my... I'll show you the stuff that I haven't got downloaded on the Switch, just while we're finishing off. Right, this game looks pretty good here, actually. Let me just say real quick. This one looks pretty interesting, Feather. We've got a review coming up soon. It looks really interesting, though. Right, I'm going to skip over my details. Right. So this here is my list of games that I have downloaded and then got rid of. Billy, mate, you need to give Stardew Valley. You need to give Animal Crossing a go. Well, that's what I was doing. I was sending her crap every day. I was smacking her over the head with nets, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm thinking about leaving." I was like, "Do not stop on my regard." Okay. I'll call this reviewing games in about 10 seconds. Okay, 20XX is fun. A Robot Named Fight is very fun. It's like Rogue Metroidvania. Axiom Verge, didn't really like it. Blossom Tales, great Zelda game. Blossom Tales is really fun. Couple of demos, couple of free games. Death Road to Canada, that's fun. Dungeon Rushers, terrible. Everspace, very fun. It's a bit like Starlink, but to be honest, like a little bit better. Flint Hook will always be in my heart because it's the first review of a game I ever did, and for that reason, it will always be a memory. Garage was decent. Goner, another decent one. Grab the Bottle, not good. Happy Birthdays, incredibly strange but really fun. Happy Birthdays is like a god sim. You kind of act like a god and you run how the world works and stuff. I see my sister play, not too much my thing. If Harvest, there's actually I can't say much about it. My Time at Portia, I'd keep an eye on that if you like Harvest Moon, because that's very similar. Hollow Knight is amazing. 50 hours, definitely worthy. I only deleted it just because I need some space at the time. Also we've got Kamiko, okay. Lightfall, not a bad platformer. A couple of demos. Minecraft's Minecraft at the end of the day. Morpheus Law, the most disappointing $20 I have ever spent on a video game in my life. That's a bannable comment, Seth. We'll move on. Mulaka, it's a fairly interesting 3D platform action adventure style game. I do want to finish that at some point, actually. Hollow Knight's incredible. Although, if you don't agree, that's fine. What else have we got? Pixel Junk. It's fairly decent. It's like a tower defense game. Yeah, Morphe's Law was just terrible, honestly. It could have been so good, but I don't know. Pode. Alright, Pode is really fun. Speaking of which, for unrelated reasons, I'm currently writing down the name of Pode. For reasons. Is Pode... sorry, not Pode. Is Morphe's Law... Oh, probably... Yeah, I mean, it's online, so literally the servers were dead after about a week. What else have we got here? Save the Ninja Clan, did a review for that. It was like bang average. Slime Sand, I didn't really like it, to be honest, even though I love platformers. Snipperclips was alright. SteamWorld, amazing games. I'm so excited for Quest. Was nothing really notable here, to be honest. And then on my American account, this is the account which I get all my reviews for, like the review codes for, really. So this will be games that I reviewed, basically. Like these are all reviews, pretty much, bar a couple that I bought because I won a giveaway for an eShop card. Earhart, interesting. Nothing too amazing. It has a really good crafting system, but apart from that, it's bang average. Claybook was the most impressive technical game I've ever played. I did an impressions video on that. It's a really interesting game. It's not really a game though, it's really weird. Defense Grid 2 is a really nice tower defense. Diver Valhalla is one of my earliest reviews, so don't go and read it, but it's a pretty decent like beat 'em up. Drago Dino was just crap, to be honest. Nothing exciting. Evoland was a really good RPG. Yeah, I would recommend Claybook. Yeah, I'd go and check out the video, to be honest. Just like, I mean, you can mute me, just watch some of the gameplay. It's really interesting. Okay. Billy, you're saying you want to know what the worst game on the Switch that I've ever played was? This game right here. Farm Expert 2018. You can't play it in docked. And the most fun I got from that game was just the glitches. Feudal Alloy, average Metroidvania. Fortnite, possibly the greatest game of all time. Is Iconoclast worth it? Yeah. It's a really good game. Like really, really, really good. I was really lucky to review this because I think it's a really bloody good game. Like honestly, it's trying to think of the way to describe it. It's like a Metroidvania, but not like a really. It's quite weird. It's really good though. Like honestly, if I think it's on sale right now. If it's on sale, definitely get it. Because the guy who develops it as well. He's a really good guy as well. So Ittle Dew 2, I downloaded that and kind of forgot to play it. Kingdom 2 Crowns, really good strategy game. Last Day of June, I'm just gonna can't say it. That is Last Day of June was the last game I actually like. I got emotional over. Like being honest, it. I was hoping you say no because I want to have a huge backlog already. I tell you, if the sale's deeper than 20%, like say if it's 30 or higher, I'd get it. But if not, I'd wait. It'll go on sale again. Yeah, Last Day of June was Jesus Christ, really emotional. Like if you quite like story-driven games, it is so good. Oh man, thinking about it now, it's giving me flashbacks. Mana Spark, I barely played it before I deleted it, to be honest. Momodora is really good. I put it in the Metroidvania video. Moonlighter was alright. I think as a concept it was really interesting, but I found it quite unrefined. I think in my review, I finished it by writing like this Moonlighter 2 would probably be an amazing game, but Moonlighter on its own is just lacking I know for me the gameplay loop was a bit shallow, but I definitely understand why people enjoy it as a game because I think the ideas are so good, but it came up a bit short for me. And the rest of stuff, Nilhumbra, that's a decent puzzle platformer. One Strike, the story behind it's better than the game. It got taken off the eShop for about 6 months because of copyright music. That was interesting. Oxenfree I got because it was cheap. Didn't really enjoy it. Pick-a-Pic's Pieces, that's literally just Picross. So Ruin Factory, yeah, because the story, the store in Moonlight, to be honest, I found it quite like boring. To be honest, it felt really just shallow. Oxenfree sucks. Yeah, all right. I found it so boring. Honestly, I don't know. I didn't even like the characters. To be honest, Paul Panic I haven't actually played. I'm disgusting. Neither have I played this. Spirit Sphere. Jesus Christ, I can't speak probably. Spirit Sphere. Okay. That's quite a good co-op game. Or versus. Lena Temple, pretty good. Treasure Stack, wouldn't recommend it. It's probably one of the only empty hearts I've given. Unexplored, not great. Has big issues. Windscape, complete crap. One of the worst. If you want a game like Skyrim on the Switch, get Skyrim. Do not get this heap of crap. It is awful. Yonder was okay. I didn't really play too much of that, to be honest. And then the Yoshi demo. That's pretty much it. Aside from that, aside from that, I've got a couple of games via the South African eShop, but find someone else who isn't saying... Yeah, like, I don't know. It just felt really like, kind of like... Yeah, pretentious. That's probably a good way to describe it. Like, I like a game with a decent story, but it was very kind of like... No, look how... I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. How's Rico? Tell you what. Right. I'll show you Rico. Let me just get my... I need to put my control freaks on my controller. I'll show you a round of Rico, because why not? I haven't actually started Transistor yet. I picked it up and I forgot to start it. Right. Billy, exclusively for you, you get a round of Rico. The sound... I'm going to drop the sound on this. Just the game sound a little bit, because I don't want it to overpower me, because it's quite loud. Right, I'll do one round of Rico, then I'm gonna have to go. But if you want, I'll do a stream of Rico if you want. I'll work our way through a couple of missions. Right, we'll do a quick play. Operation difficulty medium. I'm gonna full screen this bitch. Do it. Hopefully it should play pretty smooth. It normally does. Right, we're gonna go with... I want like a medium one. Right, there we go. Let's go. What's the other game by the same dev? Bastion. Yeah, that's the one. Bastion. Bastion's extended clip. Bastion is pretty fun. I'm really interested in Hades though, to be honest. The one that they haven't actually released on the Switch. That one looks really interesting. Okay, I assume I'm gonna assume, Billy, you kind of know about Rico. Yeah, if you don't, it's like Rainbow Six Siege, but if it was like a pint-sized version. Oh god, I've got a low battery as well. My plan was I was gonna get my little gooseneck tablet holder out and chill out on Darksiders after I finish this, but apparently my controller's gonna die, so... Right, we'll do a round of this and then... Okay, let's go. You can judge my FPS skills. Because I haven't played this in a couple of weeks, so I might be a bit crap. Right, you can get killed. Jesus Christ, hello. What are we even doing? The only FPS you want to switch is Halo. Oh man, probably same. I've never actually played Halo, but the amount of people talk about it. Right, what are my objectives? Oh, I just got to clear the building. Okay. Right, let's concentrate now. See, I find it bizarre that Borderlands isn't coming to the Switch. Just in the sense that... Jesus Christ, get the hell away from me. Just in the sense that it's definitely going to run. You know, I don't know. Oh my good lord. Right. Jesus Christ, get away from me. Why isn't my gun working properly? As much as I'm not a massive fan of, like, just kind of the port everything to the Switch approach, let's be lazy. Wait, why? Why the hell? Is this gonna want... Okay, can someone please help me? I am English. I don't know how guns work. Why is this SMG only using one bullet at a time? What the hell? Where are you? I can't lie, I've been waiting for the entire time I've had a Switch for a decent FPS game, because, you know, it's the only thing that I really... Not saying I'd leave other platforms to play an FPS on the Switch, but it's the only thing that I'm really missing from the Switch that, like, I love on the PS4. Like, I'm a massive fan of FPS games. So, let's get some heals, get some ammo. Okay, we can't get the ammo for some reason. Let's get the ammo. There we go. Right. So yeah, if they release some decent FPS games on the Switch, I'd be more open to that. Oh no! Shit. Hang on. Oh god, I'm gonna have to syringe myself now. Hang on, I completely forgot how to actually do that. Oh yeah, there we go, it's B. Halo won't happen, it might happen, the rumors are weird. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with Nintendo and Microsoft. Honestly, I could see it happening, but at the same time, it's like, would it really happen? But yeah, you know, Microsoft seems to be really going down the, I don't know, like third-party approach, don't they, really? I don't know. I don't see them ever releasing something on the PS4, but it feels to me that they're more interested in getting the games to people rather than having a system to play on. Which, as a Nintendo fan, and as someone who's never bought an Xbox, I'm more than happy to, you know, I'm more than happy to deal with Microsoft deciding to release games on a system that's not the Xbox. Okay, where have we got to go? Okay, I think we're nearly done. I know, sorry, I know I've only done a short mission, but I thought I'd give you a feel for it. Right, okay, I've already experienced that room. Is this one right here? I like this little slide mechanic here, when you can... Oh my word, there are a lot of you over there. Because obviously, like, sliding into people definitely kills them. Yeah, seen a couple of videos of this, like a SWAT 4 bullet time remix, in my opinion. Yeah, I've seen... I've watched SWAT 4 gameplay before. It actually looks quite interesting. I'd be confused if anyone joining the stream right now and being like, this is definitely not Hob. This isn't the game I want. It's saying it's direct competition. Yeah. At the end of the day, Nintendo's just not a threat. And they know that they can work with Nintendo to increase their presence in Japan, so why wouldn't they? Right, there we go. I'll let you know right now, I'm Billy, I'm always... If you want more of this, just let me know on Discord and I'll try and set up another stream. Yeah, I'll give the multiplayer a go at some point, to be honest, as well. Yeah, I'm going to finish off there anyway. I think, hopefully I'll try and do a stream tomorrow. That'll probably be on Twitch, though. But yeah, I mean, 2 hours. It's been really good talking. And, you know, like I said, I really like this, just to be able to, like, kind of chat about stuff. So yeah, make sure you're in the Discord tomorrow, and I'll try and see if I can get another stream going. Thank you guys for checking this stream out, and I'll see you all soon.